Hello everybody and welcome! This is episode 5 of my Prestige 6 tutorial series, and it's the first time that any of these mini tutorial series went into episode 5. That is because this run has some serious ramifications that we need to fix today. So first and foremostly, one really pressing matter at hand is a distinct lack of timber. We are in the year 7 already. That means we really need to close out this game as fast as we can. And we're currently sitting in a situation where wood is really hard to come by. We also don't have a really super well-defined win condition that just triggers on itself. So there's a few little challenges up ahead that we need to overcome. The first of them will be, of course, to fix the timber situation, because wood is life. You're not going to get too much done in this game without a steady surplus of timber. So let's move that entrance into this direction. And this into that direction. I freed up 6 of my beaver folk to make sure that we can rack in a nice amount of timber in a fast period of time. And mind you that I selected here a position that is really close to our warehouses. If you really need that stuff desperately, it's, to my own experience, really best to just go for places where the stuff is close by. So, all in all, we are not doing bad either, though. We got a massive production of building materials going. We should probably consider amping that further than 20, but we don't... I don't really know if I really want that. So let's see what we have. Our goal to win this still is the same. We want to win with exporting things out of our city. Let's export some of that as well. Probably hold back on the meat now. These provision packs, they're worth quite a lot. And we are by now able to produce these things quite fast. The only thing that I really feel like is a bit of a death clock hanging on us is the fact that we don't really have a stupidly good working mechanism going on for ourselves. So I also have 17 tools at my hand, so probably we want to open one of those caches for good now. Let's see, at the brickyard there's nobody working and we have bricks for days. And let's see, where can we free up another fox? Because in all seriousness, we should always let the foxes do that. I mean, another option that I could go for would be trying to get my hands on any of these materials and start dashing open the caches. We have a lot of caches. I analyzed the situation beforehand and I realized there's a ton of caches here. That is a dirty but effective solution to the problem as well. If you don't get the tools together, but you have some of the other stuff there, the goodies out of these boxes can turn into a victory condition by themselves as well. Speaking about that, the Fox's Decadence level has reached a level, or the Fox's Decadence has reached a level where we can't use them for the sake of reputation gain anymore. Too bad, but it is what it is. So currently with the worker situation, I'm not even going to look for a draft here. I think I would be going for the Druid's Hut here, as the oil production sounds like something that could get us through another year if things go bad. Okay, so for now, we're basically just waiting for Jadani's Stormfeather to hit town. And hope that we can buy our way out of this misery. Currently, no workers are present. We can't get ourselves here a victory point together. But you really notice by now that on Prestige 6, just the cost of your colony is really high. This run also suffered a little bit from, I don't know, no real victory condition coming together so far. Drafts were rather unlucky, I felt like. But it ain't no bad run at all. So let's see what we got here. So an active trade route slot, and faster trader arrival. Very tempting. What do we have besides that? Nothing that I'd really desperately wanted, but this. The tools are the major takeaway here, so we totally want to pay that, though, with other materials. So probably I don't want to give away that many of my provision packs, because I want to keep my trade routes open, so we're going to give away the trading mats instead. There we go. So, that leaves up my amber for... Yeah, I'm going to buy the trade logs. The downside of buying this stuff here is it doesn't count for the cornerstone that gives you victory points for spending money, because we are not buying something for amber, or I don't know. They just don't count as far as I know. Anyways, let's resolve some of our other issues at hand, shall we? How about buying ourselves some jerky, huh? That sounds about nice. Let's pay with crop packs. Let's buy ourselves, let's see. Got plant fiber, plentiful. Oh yeah, porridge. Why not? Let's pay with building materials. That's such a wonderful cycle, as we are now buying just stupidly many things that will make people happy in return again. So we don't need that. Oh yeah, how about the coats? Bring me the coats, they're dirty cheap. Now we're starting to pay with amber. So the trappers camp will... Let's check. Is that something that would be worth it? As it never hurts to have a backup plan. We also run lizards, as this makes the trappers camp extra tasty. Yes. There we go. So yeah, I didn't really want to spend that much amber on that stuff, but it'll pay off. This will resolve a lot of my food issues quite easily. And the best part about it is more money is incoming. And as far as I see things, yeah, Jadani will stay long enough. Yeah, I can see that we're going to win this. I can totally see it coming. The point is just we can now earn so much money by just keeping things in motion. And the best part is we'll be swimming in luxury while doing so, because we got that much... Do I have the... Shelter can be moved for free? Do I have a map modifier? We have now the luxury, the benefit of all the luxury goods, which will make the city really resilient in terms of the upcoming storms. So, jeez, that's a wrinkly road. But whatever. Currently got no workers left to work on anything, but what doesn't matter too much. So, yay. There we go. So, let's see whether or not they're able to carry the money back home. And the best part is now we can pretty much do that every year. Not necessarily several times, but maybe we can. So let's buy those biscuits. Let's put a reed on top of it. There we go. This way, we're definitely going to be going powerful into the next stages of the game, that's for sure. And if my memory doesn't wrong me, I also got the tools to do that trick quite just again. Okay, so things are coming together now. 10 more amber in my pockets. Let's see, well... Clay, of course, clay, that'll help. This'll keep my economy in motion, as if I keep buying clay and plant fibers and these things, I can keep producing building materials, and you have a you have a perfect circle eventually. All right. And this way we're going to close this out. This strategy, by the way, will run out of value in the next tutorial series. So I just want to give you this as a heads up. This is something that works super darn nice up until Prestige 10. Because then the trading gets a massive nerf. That's all I want to take away already. And you'll really notice that the trade victory, as we are pulling it off right now, has not been made impossible. I don't want to give you the wrong impression here, but it has been made. It is substantially harder. It is so substantially harder to pull off, as you cannot earn as much money for your wares anymore. And that is where the trade routes receive a massive buff, because the stuff that you sell via trade routes will not get debuffed. But I'll be getting into that once it's time for that. I'm actually just getting ahead of myself. Well, just wanted to give you that of a sort of a heads up here if you are interested in that. Because Prestige 10 will be, of course, also made as the next series. Okay, I'm stalling my construction processes right now because we're going to have enough free workers in the storm season, and therefore trying to get as much stuff done as I can. I think I'll be ditching these to the playing with fire order. Maybe we can do the harmony order. I don't know. Probably it'll work out. I think there's a decent chance. Let's see. At the weavers, we could need another worker. So let's check a workshop that is currently not fully working. You could do much more micromanagement and optimization than I do here, by all means. It has been criticized several times in my previous comments, rightfully so. But yeah, just wanted to mention that. All these exclamation marks basically mean that we could free up workers and make something more efficient. I'm just a lazy bum about it. Currently, it also is nevertheless true to say we don't really need it. Oh, look, we don't need this extra trappers camp, as we had a small trappers camp already. There it goes. Wonderful. Blueprint paid off. Speaking about blueprints, we should definitely pick up a druid's hut and see what we can get ourselves here. Yeah, no service building up ahead of us, so that sucks. Yeah, and the general level of happiness is going straight up. Except for the lizards, they're not vibing too hard with the current situation. Anyways, we are not winning with the resolve. Anyways, we are only utilizing resolve as a ways and means of survival. So there's still enough leeway to mess ourselves up. So we really need to press onwards with that sales value. We can't stop selling. In this scenario, you really work against the clock. Never forget that. So we're going to prepare ourselves now for the next storm and hope that we're going to survive that. I have a pretty good feeling, as we currently have a lot of impatience left over. So even if people would die, we can stomach the loss. Our timber stockpiles also went back up to a really, really good level. And see, that is why what it does if you start putting your woodcutters efficiently next to warehouses. That's the difference. It does make such a huge difference in terms of connectivity to a dump location. Also, I really should put people into the warehouse at this point of the game. I appreciate you folks reminding me of that. I just want to mention that when I learned this game, this wasn't present at all, so I keep forgetting about it. That's all that is. So, first step, let's deactivate our woodcutters and see where that'll leave us. Oh dear. I do see that there's going to be a lot of freakouts, especially since we don't get our hostility down further enough. So it's going to be a quite simple one. Somebody's going to die. It's just what it is. And we can just stomach it. It's okay. It sucks, but we are not going to lose the game off of it. And I'm not going to go crazy about that. Look at that trade value. Jeez. That's some money. And that's the power of this strategy. So what's going to happen is quite simple. Somebody will die until the Queen's Impatience goes up another notch, and then we're going to drop in hostility a level, and then things should eventually start to equal out. I don't know. The lizards won't lose their cool. They're always the last to do. We could probably equal out the beaver people. Let's see, do we have any further mechanics workshops or rain punky things going on for ourselves? Rain punk? Not running. There we go. Problem solved. That's gonna do the trick. Therapeutical rain punk engines never let me down. So let's see. At the manufactory, we don't have production running anymore. Unacceptable. How about our crop packs? We really need to keep the production running here. So, are we really making crop packs here? Is that our standard of operations? Seriously? Seems so. That's creepy. Can't we do better than that? I mean, we have more draft points, so. But at this point, this game is so weird. We don't have any good items here. Oh well, we can go for trade goods. Oh yeah, let's do that. Good. At least that's something. And Guild House is totally where we're going to go. That resonates so darned well with our way of playing the game right now. That is what we're going to need. Perfect. 60 planks now, though. That is how brutal it went. That is how brutal things have become. Okay. Poor Fox, really sucks to be you. Ooh, we get that blue bars for even more victory points. Yeah, so things are starting to come together. I see the end of the road ahead. But yeah, you really need to press things forward, especially when you're running Trade Hub. You really need to. So, a carpenter left. Oh no, it didn't suffice yet. So, the carpenters do matter, though. So, do we still have some therapeutical juice for those fellas? Why are you unhappy again? Yeah, well, the next dying fox person will resolve the issue. There goes. Oh. That is unacceptable. Okay, so, well, still some time left. And we need to keep the fox people happy somehow. But in their case, it is usually not that super hard. Just need to redistribute people. So, let's see. Kiln people are happy there too, so let's take one of the people there. And put one fox. Is there no more rainwater jobs here? Oh dear. That sucks. Yeah, I'm surprised. I expected that we'd have more location that'll do the trick. Yeah, okay. Well, this is one of those situations where I'll just have decided that I'm going to let them die. Because it's going to be such a massive micromanagement effort to prevent that from happening versus just winning the game in 5 minutes ahead from here. So don't go too crazy if you run into situations like these. Just keep an eye out on and replace the people that are necessary. Another option that we could go for, of course, would be sacrificing goods here, but I personally don't like to do that. You can do that in various different ways. You could also just go for the manufactory and rain punk it up. That would also work. Plenty of options, but I'm often getting lost between things during my recordings. We might be even losing a lizard here. Tragic. So a firekeeper left. You see, that is the moment where you absolutely need to act, because that'll wreck up your party, like, very fast. Okay. So here, also the lizards eventually leave. I'm not accepting the newcomers right now on purpose, because I want to not let this madness hit us harder than necessary. There we go. Now things bounce back, and now we just rehire people, and everything will be good again. It's easy as that. Okay, let's pick up the people there. We got so much goods due to the generous gifts thing, and let's pick up that one right away. And let's see what we can trade with Bliss. Ah, tools. All right. So, yeah, hostility reduction. I'm down. Fuel consumption reduction, that is not that important. In all honesty, right now, we pretty much can do this, and we've won the game. Like you see there, basically, we already won the game the moment we had all this ember in our possession, and it was just ready to pop into life. I don't know. You know what I want to say. It just you just have these massive triggers at your hand, and that's why I wasn't bothered by people dying left and right, because it just didn't matter at that point anymore too much, because now we're literally just waiting for one of these for two of these packs to be finished. That's that. Once this here is done, we've won. So yeah, forcing it in like that is always a option, and even if you wouldn't have had the cornerstones that I have had here, a really good option would have been instead to force, with all that money you got, all the luxury goods in your possession that kick up the happiness like that. Buy complex food like crazy. Buy coats like I did at that point. But then also buy the ammunition for your service buildings. For example, we just finished the market. If we would have loaded that up with wine, the beavers would have started to be very, very happy. And with these things, you can force in a victory, even if you don't have the luck to get one of these cornerstones. But they do matter a lot. This run had a lot of issues with the massive amount of hostility that I racked up over the course of the time. Mind you, we were running hostility 5 without a single woodcutter working. So yeah, this is always like that. Two massive things that I personally always feel like in the cornerstones are hostility reducers and win conditions. These can be several things, very various things, but stuff that reduces hostility is so gosh darned important, because the storm wrecks you just so hard and so fast if you can't lower hostility properly. But we did it, so that's that. On the next mini-series, we're going to head into Prestige level 10. So tune in for that the next time. Thanks for being around. Up until then, drop me your comments down below. A thumbs up would be appreciated, and consider subscribing. I'd be very, very happy to have you. Also, check out the description box. There is my Discord, there's my Twitch channel where I do stream, and I also have Patreon, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, and all those things. You can find them down below. And of course, check out the channel membership system, offering you early access to all the things that I have scheduled for release. As I have mentioned several times before, there will be no paywall content on my channel, because I am a strong believer of free information for everybody. So in that regard, it's just a little bit of a thank you for everybody deciding to support, because I really appreciate, and it's always nice to give something back in terms of appreciation. Enough of that. Thanks for staying around long enough to listen to my yapping about my ads, and thanks for supporting the channel if you do. Have a wonderful day, and see you on Prestige 10.